22-year-old Jordan Thomas carried a 4.0 grade point average this fall at Rollins College in Winter Park, Florida, where he's studying international business. It's pretty impressive, but as you're about to see, there are many impressive aspects of Jordan. This week in our Golf in America series, Rich Lerner introduces you to a young man with a mission.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Chattanooga Golf and Country Club, welcome. We're so glad the Jordan Thomas Foundation is here, and I'm going to turn it over to the star of the show today, Mr. Jordan Thomas.
Martin Luther King once said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Before 22-year-old Jordan Thomas ever encountered the challenges that now define him, his values and attitude began to take shape with his father on a Tennessee golf course.
I do remember the first time giving him the club and his eyes lit up and he was just so enthusiastic about playing, and gosh, first swing he advanced the ball.
That's pretty good.
It was impressive.
Immediately, I fell in love with the game, and I spent from about when I really started playing, I was out here from literally 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day in the summer. Just played all the time, loved it, loved it.
So he's got the bug. He loves golf. He doesn't, I don't think, like the competition as much as he just loves the game of golf and the camaraderie and the friendships, and it's been a wonderful way for him to become a man.
He was really an extraordinary golfer at a young age.
I played in about 9 golf tournaments from 12 to 14. I didn't lose a single one of them. I think I had the ability to play, and I had sort of the idea that I wanted to play in college, but my accident happened at a pretty inopportune time as far as golf goes.
On August 16, 2005, Jordan's promise on the golf course, as well as his dreams and goals off of it, were suddenly put in jeopardy 5 miles off the coast of Florida.
My family and I went on vacation down in the Florida Keys.
It was a great day. We decided that we'd go scuba diving, and Jordan and my husband, we were the only 3 on the boat.
It was a breezy day. There was a pretty good bit of chop. Wonderful day to go out and fish and dive.
The waves were pretty high, very windy, and I remember we finally got out there. I'm extremely impatient, so I was the first one geared up and ready to go. I dove in. And somehow, some way, I got pushed behind the boat, close to the boat, and unfortunately, the propeller hit me. I knew what had happened immediately. I felt a sharp pain. I looked down. My fins were gone. All I saw was blood, and I knew that something was really, really wrong and that I had to get out of there.
When I swam to him, he said, "Dad, I can't feel my feet."
And I said, "Dad, my feet are gone. We have to go."
I remember then flipping back into the dad mode and going, oh my God, and just really flipping out. I mean, really just anxious for his survival at that point in time because he was bleeding profusely. I recall just the terror I felt as a dad that I might lose him out there on that boat that day. And what had started out as a wonderful family outing, getting together and having fun, had in the blink of an instant turned into an absolutely tragic situation.
I had this unusual calmness come over me that I can't explain. I never felt pain up, on the whole ride back. I wasn't freaking out. I was pretty well collected. I remember having a thought that I had to survive for the sake of other people. I wasn't so much scared about losing my life for my own sake, but it was for the people that I was with and the people that I care about and love very much.
After the accident, Jordan was flown to Ryder Trauma Center in Miami, where he would undergo multiple surgeries to save his life. And while his life was spared, Jordan would lose both of his legs from the calf down.
From the very beginning, I think he believed that this was an accident. That's all it was, and it wouldn't define him, and it wouldn't change him.
Jordan was just absolutely driven to get back out on the course, as he just so loves the game now, will always love the game, I'm sure. But that was one of his goals. That was one of the things when he was laying in that hospital bed he was determined to get back to. He was gonna get back and play golf again.
Here's all the copies.
I wanted to get back to where I was before the accident. I was just determined not to let this slow me down or prevent me from doing the things that I love to do. I just said, man, if I work hard at this, I know that I'll be back.
Look at you! Now, is he as tall?
I would say it was about a month and a half from when my accident happened to when I was walking again. It was the first step in moving in the direction that I wanted to go. And I felt extremely grateful to have the opportunity to have those prosthetics. Because, I mean, without my prosthetics, I don't think any of this is possible.
Once walking again, it wasn't long before Jordan made his triumphant return to the golf course.
During my accident, my golf course where I'd grown up playing, learned the game and everything had been remodeled. It just turned out that they were gonna reopen the golf course about 5 days after I'd started hitting balls again. So they asked me to come out and hit the opening golf shot. And
He just got up there with the kind of confidence that Jordan has, that's part of him, and hit the ball, I don't know, 270, 260 down the right side of the fairway. And the crowd just went nuts. I mean, they just exploded.
I striped it. I think I had a lot of adrenaline running, so I hit a nice one up the right side with a little fade. It gave me that sense of normalcy. You know, it wasn't a doctor's office. It wasn't my prosthetist's office. It was the golf course, and that's kind of my safe haven. It was just a thrill.
Getting back on the tee wasn't the only goal Jordan set during his rehab. It was then, at 16, when he began to lay the groundwork for what would eventually become the Jordan Thomas Foundation.
It all started in the hospital.
We initially, I remember talking about a donation to some organization that helps support kids obtain the prosthetics that they need. Then he thought about it and he really said, I remember distinctly back in the hospital room saying that, no, I really want to do something more. Why don't we create something to make that happen?
He set the tone from the very beginning. He said, this is how I'm gonna deal with this accident, and this is who I am, and this is what I'm gonna do.
My foundation exists because of the way insurance companies cover prosthetics. For example, they'll put a $5,000 cap on prosthetics, but my legs are $18,000. And kids outgrow their prosthetics every 18 to 24 months. So parents are shelling out an extraordinary amount of money every single time. Prosthetics aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. My overall goal is to put myself out of business. Ultimately, I don't want there to be a need for my foundation.
Two families fully behind Jordan's cause, the Partons and the Frasers.
We were really not sure where we were going to turn, and here was this young man who had such tragedy happen to himself, but he turned it into such a reality for Samantha and the other beneficiaries that words just can't express how grateful we are.
We're really thankful for the Jordan Thomas Foundation and everything to help him have a better life and be more like a normal kid. If it wasn't for the foundation, he wouldn't have that.
I just want to tell you how appreciative I am of each and every one of you for being a part of this. Thanks again. It really means a lot to me. Thanks.
Here we are, boys. Let's go. Time to ride.
Despite a rigorous schedule between the foundation and school, Jordan still finds time for golf. And amazingly, he's a scratch player.
See you guys. Thanks for being here. Really
Absolutely.
appreciate you. Yeah. Care. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. See you.
For the last 5 years, Jordan and the foundation have combined his two passions through the Jordan Thomas Foundation Golf Classic.
I may come out of my legs on this one, boys.
I think we're going to raise about $100,000, and that allows us to pick up a new kid from whenever we get them until the age of 18. We don't just help kids one time. We help them all the way until they're an adult. It's been an unbelievable journey, man. I mean, it's like just been unbelievable.
Proud of you.
The kids are what motivate me to keep going, to keep doing things. And, you know, I'll continue to fight for them for the rest of my life. Absolutely.
Jordan Thomas is my hero.
Is your son a hero to you?
Yes, sure. That knocked me out.
That's okay.
I tell others, you know, Jordan has been a teacher for me. And so for a 16-year-old to come out and say, you know, how can I take what's happened to me and turn this into something good? That's why he's my hero.
Thank you, Jordan.
It's so gratifying, and you get kind of an insatiable appetite for it. You want to help more and more and more.
He's a survivor. You whine about the small things in your life, and you think, oh, this is a big deal. It's really not. And so it has given us perspective, and he gives me perspective every day.
You know, my accident might have taken my legs, but it's given me so much more. It's given me so many opportunities to make an impact in the world, and ultimately that's what everyone wants to do. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
Jordan has appeared on Capitol Hill as an advocate for better care for amputees. Among his goals, to convince insurance companies to improve their policies regarding those who have lost limbs. To learn more about Jordan's foundation, go to jordanthomasfoundation.org.